So let's put this down before I burn it. Oh my god! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and another episode of Dare to Decorate. This is the first haul video I've done that has to do with decorating, but I did a huge thrift haul and I want to share that with you guys, and I want to share some of my concept behind it because I am going to be redecorating some corners of my apartment. Not really changing my style, but adding to it and bringing out some other aspects that I think are missing. Now, I was watching a video from the very funny and very so cute Olano, and he was talking about some of the new trends for 2021. He did that as one video, and then he also did a new trends for the living room. Of course, like always, any other YouTuber that I mention, I will leave not only the link to their main channel in the description box below, but each video that I'm referring to, I'll make sure I leave separate links so you can find exactly the video very quickly. Of course, I'm not a person that tries to follow trends. But since I created this new lamp here in my dining room area, and please go watch that video. That was until now, that's one of my favorite DIY videos that I've done yet. But while doing that, I was trying to use the sphere and round form again from the lamp that I have on my living room side. But then once I have this hung, they do complement each other, but this starts giving a little bit more of a warmer, earthy feel. And I was starting to feel, okay, I need to then change some corners of my living room that they correspond together, because this is an open room concept here. So when you sit on one side, you see the other side and they can't clash together. And I was thinking about some of the things that are missing in my decor. Of course, I love Hollywood glam, Hollywood Regency. And I have things from the early 1900s, Victorian, up into mid-century, and a couple of 70s and 80s articles or pieces of furniture in my apartment. It's very, very eclectic, but I like to keep it what I call Parisian glam. So I'm going to refer to some of the trends that he recommended, but like I said, I'm not following trends, but as I was starting to think of what could I do, of course I went to Pinterest, I googled some other things, and what I'm looking at is actually a style of design that's called Bohemian Glam, Bohemian Regency, where you can mix those two together. And even found another style that I'd never heard of called Victorian Bohemian, and that's really the turn of the century, I think, when Bohemian style started to come about, and socialites traveling for India and Asia and Africa and picking up pieces of artifacts and design that they were from the world, and bringing these worldly design aspects into their home design, but they were still living in the Victorian period. So a lot of things I like there that I saw. So I really needed to mix it, but then watching his video, it helped me to actually visualize the couple of aspects that were missing. But we're going to get to that in a minute, because I want to refer to another YouTuber, Mr. Drew over at Lone Fox. He was giving some suggestions. When you decide to change your decoration and you want to redecorate, you need to first start with a list. You need to list why you want to make those changes. What are you looking for, and what are the elements? So got my little journal here, and I'm going to go through the list with you guys. So of course, like I said, my point is to bring a little bit more warmth and bohemian and combine the different sides of my open room concept here. And then I started noticing some elements that were missing. I have very little wood accents in my apartment. I only have 3 to be exact of all my 5 or 6 rooms I have here. I only have this one 1950s sideboard here in my dining room. I have an old 150-year-old Chinese cabinet in my hallway, which you guys have never seen before. And I also have a mid-century teak sideboard in my bedroom. Other than that, I don't have a lot of them because other than my bathrooms and my kitchen, my whole apartment is hardwood floor. So I always thought that was enough wood accents. So I laid away from, or tried to stay away from doing too much wood, but I'm missing that in my decor and my accents, just little things that are sitting around on those certain surfaces to make that accent. So number 1, I wanted to get into a little bit more of different materials to mix, bring in more wood. I love very clear materials. You guys know one of my rules is in almost every room of my apartment I have some kind of acrylic or acrylic or plexiglass furniture because it's functional, but because you can see through it, it doesn't clutter up a small area. But one thing I don't have a lot of is like crystal and glass. And I always stayed away from crystal because you always think your grandmother's crystal is very faceted and carved and everything. But I wanted to find some more modern pieces. So I wanted to bring in more glass and like I said, wood. And then after my video, which I'll show up here when I did the glass painting of to create ceramic vases out of, just painting them to look like ceramic, I really realized how much I love that pottery, how much I love the ceramic. So I was looking for some more authentic ceramic pieces with very interesting forms and organic things. I wanted to bring, even though I have the marble fireplace and I do have the marble side tables, they're very dark. So I wanted to bring in more marble, more onyx, more alabaster, more lighter stone elements into my apartment. So another thing I wanted to bring in that referring to Arvin's video now, was more rounder, organic shapes. If it's in your just decor designs or in your furniture, bringing in a little more texture. When I say rounder, I do have curved furniture and rounded furniture, but when I look around, most of the aesthetics of my apartment are straight flat lines. So I do want to bring more curvature, roundness, sexiness, as he referred to it, and organic shapes, and a little bit more comfort. Because I have this beautiful rattan now sisal lamp here, it does give a little bit more relaxed atmosphere to my dining room. So I'm wanting to making it a little bit more comfortable, and that could clash with a little bit more of I wouldn't say that my living room area is too fancy or uncomfortable, but I do have 2 chairs there that in my apartment anybody can sit anywhere, anybody can do anything. But I've noticed if I had $1 every time somebody asks me, can I sit here? Can I sit here? Because it looks like and then they are old 1930s chairs, and they probably look a little bit too fancy, and people are scared if that's something you're able to sit on or anything. So that was my list. I needed a little bit more accents with very different types of materials. I wanted a little bit more comfort. I wanted a little bit more roundness and organicness. I wanted a little bit more texture that I could bring in. A lot of the fabrics that I have here are very slick, shiny, or smooth surfaces. I wanted to bring in some bulk and some comfort, kuschelig, as we say in German, just something you can cuddle in, you can fall in, and it just looks like you're falling into something very, very plush and comfortable and roomy. So that's the end of my list. So then let's get started. And when I said I went thrift shopping, of course we're still in lockdown right now. And I kept waiting. When are the shops gonna be open? I finally said, you know what? Girlfriend loves her eBay. Let me start investing a couple of hours every day and let's see what I can find. And let me tell you, I found a lot of things, very good prices, and we're gonna get to them. Okay guys, but before I start showing my treasures here, Follow me. We're going under the table. And get your mind out of the gutter. That's not gonna happen. But come with me down here. Hi! We're under here. This is one of my thrift finds here. Do you guys see this table? How gorgeous is this? This is bamboo. And I had never seen a table like this before. And it was coincidentally at the same time they had another one, but the top was exactly similar to the bottom. So it's just more like a column. But when I saw this one, that roundness, that sexiness in it, it has an Art Deco feel, but still through the bamboo, it has the bohemian feel. It gives me another form of wood. First, I was worried that it would clash with the wood floor. Do I need a carpet here or some kind of rug? But I'm loving it. And this unique piece is like, I couldn't believe I found it. It came with a more like square rectangle glass table, but that, along with my old metal dining room table base, is now at Alex's house. He needed a dining table, so I gave that to him. Right now, I only have my hexagon glass on here, but I am planning to get a pure round or a perfectly round, larger glass piece cut because I want to extend my dining room table from a 6-seater to an 8-seater. These things are so sturdy that I only have them apart from each other this distance because it's about the width of the glass, but I can comfortably push them further out from each other when the other glass top comes and it is larger, and it's such a unique thing. I couldn't believe I found this. And you guys, how much do you think I paid for this table? How much? $29. Yes, you heard me. 29. Glass, 2 stands here, $29. I couldn't believe it. It's probably the best thrift shop find I've ever found in my life. Okay, let's go back up to the surface. Hopefully I don't bump my head, and let's continue with the main items of this thrift shop haul. Okay, let's first get with some glass elements. I told you I wanted some clear glass, some kind of crystal, but I didn't want anything that was too cut, too choppy, too antique, old looking, and I wanted it smooth and modern. And one of the first things I found was this beautiful candle holder here. Do you see this organic form and how it's round and so simple? I already have one of my beautiful long tapered candles in it. This actually matches the walls of my area here. And I just thought this was so beautiful. And I think I got this for like 20 bucks on eBay, and love it. And of course you want to layer and put things in groups. So then I found this other piece. Again, very round, very smooth, very simple but modern. This is really, really heavy. Total lead crystal, also beautiful. I'll take the candle out of here so you guys can see how beautifully that sits. And I can't wait. I haven't decided if I'm going to sit these two in my bedroom on a new piece I'm going to show you later, or here on the fireplace. But these two together, I think that was a great find. And that was the first couple of things I bought into my haul. Okay, let's get into some other glass elements. Bernstein glass is what we called it, but I think in English it's called amber glass. And I found these 3 pieces. This was the first piece I found. It's a little bit darker, a lot more weighty, but I love the shape of that, the modern shape of this, how beautiful it is. 25 bucks, guys. I found this. And then I found these 2 pieces that are similar. They're not as thick, that's why they're not as dark, not as weighty, but they're hand blown, so they have a very, not totally perfect, a very beautiful organic form. This one's a little bit taller with a little bit more longer form. And this one I just thought was so gorgeous in its little delicate form. So these 3 together, I think these are gonna land on my Chinese cabinet in my hallway, but I love them. Okay, that's enough of glass right now. Want to get in some more wood pieces? I found some gorgeous teak bowls. Found this here. I love how they cut the teak or the piece of wood. I'm gonna have to show you some close-up B-rolls, and you guys are gonna see close-up B-rolls of every piece I show here. But you'll see how the lines here are perfectly styled, that it meets to the round part of the wood there, and also on the outside with the lines, and then on each side opposite of that round knot that was probably in the wood that you see from this side, how it makes that X form, and it's on the other side, repeated on the other side. But a beautiful solid piece, couple of bucks I paid for this, and I love this cut carved organic piece, also teak wood, but a little bit lighter. I love how it looks like a flower petal. These are just little decor things you can set on any surface. It's catch-all. Maybe I'll put some beads in here. I'll have to see what I do with them. But at first, I just love the difference in the wood pieces. That this one is a little bit more modern. This one is a little bit more organic. Also the different colors. Because you want to make sure you layer different colors of wood. You don't want everything to be the same wood color. My floors are more of a medium honey color, so I was looking for more teak and wood pieces that were along the lines of ash brown, red brown, a little bit darker. And then the last wood piece I found was this beautiful piece here with top, a little bit intricate carved piece. Again, so cute. I think I paid like $5 for it. I love it, and I can't wait to style. And you know, you want to work in threes or groups, so maybe it's too much if I style all three of them together, but at least I have a group of three, a group of one theme to work with them. So we're getting further. Like I said, after I painted those glass vases and turned them into ceramic vases, so like I need a little bit more ceramic style. I found this beautiful piece, and it's not so rough ceramic as what I was looking for, but I love the white smoothness of it. Probably this would be considered more porcelain. It's not marked, so I'm not sure if it is porcelain, but I love the uneven organic form of it. It's just so aesthetic, and it was one of my finds. And then, like I said, Arvin said more brown, organic furniture and decor. You can't go more round, organic, and sexy than this. I found this ceramic piece. This one is marked. It's also from a West German company. I must say, when I was looking, I started researching, and I found out that West Germany back in the day, like from 1800 something up until 1950, 1960, was very well known for their ceramic art. And there's a lot of known companies that are considered collector items, and I've actually found some pieces of those companies. Everything's marked with the year it was produced, and it has the stempel of the company. But I love this so much. I love the brown on it. I love these little baubles. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but this color here is almost the same color as the blue on the walls in my bedroom. So this one's probably going to end up in my bedroom, but I love the form of it. It's just, when I saw that, I was like, that is so unique, so different. And again, I think I paid like $20 for it, you guys. It's so gorgeous, so gorgeous. There was so many things available, and I had no problem finding things. My biggest thing was to, cut down my shopping list, because I probably would have bought a lot more, but we're not even halfway through what I bought. Another beautiful piece I found, this crackled piece of pottery and vessel here. I love this gray muted color and the form of it. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. It's also something I'm considering putting in my bedroom because it matches all the colors in there. But you never know. This would fit also beautifully on my marble fireplace because of the gray veining in the marble. But that is just Beautiful piece. Found that. Another cute little ceramic piece I found. This one right here. It's a little tiny piece, but the colors in it are so gorgeous with these greens and these blues. And you know I have a lot of green here in my living room, my dining room. And I see this sitting right over there on that large green sideboard that we pimped up. I'll leave that video up here so you can see how I changed it and put the agate knobs on there and made it a little bit more fancy. But this is just so cute, and I think I paid like 10 bucks for it. It's so gorgeous. Okay, now I'm gonna get into some bigger pieces of ceramic here. I found this beautiful, oh, it's heavy, let me be careful. Brutalist. Look how gorgeous and big this is. I'm gonna set it down on the table really softly, but I love the roughness of it. If you're familiar with the different eras, this is mid-century brutalist, which is almost like abstract, very chaotic, marked or printed or designed ceramic. This is also from a West German company here, and it's marked at the bottom, and I love, do you see how they glazed in the inside, the green? This is going to be sitting on the floor because it's too heavy to put on a table. It's going to be sitting on the floor next to this green sideboard, but I love the accent of it, and I love having a brutalist piece because I want, like I said, different structure, different textures, and this is so rough and so, yeah, brutalist, it's brutal. And yeah, this is gorgeous. Let's put this back on the ground. Okay, then we're gonna go into the next piece. And this piece is gorgeous, but it has a little bit of a sad story, but we're gonna get to that. Ugh. I found this beautiful vessel here. This beautiful vessel here. It's not really brutalist, but it is matte glazed on the outside and it is shiny glaze on the inside. And even though the dealer, he took so much precaution, he built a thick crate screwed together like an artifact crate that you ship like museum artifacts in. He secured it so well, but the shipping company still broke it. I mean, this vase literally has my blood, sweat, and tears in it. Because of as I first opened it up and realized it was broken, I cried. So that's where the tears are coming from. But I didn't want to give up. Alex and I sat there for hours and we puzzled and glued this thing back together. And in the process, I cut my finger on one of the pieces. But girlfriend was in the middle of it holding pieces. I couldn't stop. I was continuing to bleed. So there's literally blood from me glued into this vase. But we got it back together. It is sturdy. Actually, not too far from my apartment is a pottery and clay atelier and shop. So as soon as they're open again, I'm gonna take this. I'm going to get some information from them, how I can fill in these cracks. I'm assuming I can put some clay in there, but I'm not sure if such an old piece that's already been fired in the oven can be fired again and it won't like pop or break. So I'm interested in how I can fire this again once I've got it filled in up. I'm able to glaze this again in the inside, fire it so I can bring it back to its life. But if I can't, just filling in the cracks here with clay, a little bit of red clay, and if it has that character of like an old Italian piece. I just realized it's cracked all the way down here also. It didn't fall apart, there's a crack in there, so I have to be very careful. If that's how it ends up looking with these like mended cracks in there, then I'll give it character. And it looks like a piece I found in Pompeii and a really old museum piece, but it was really sad that this came broken. And I must say the dealer really tried his best and it should have come in one piece. But for the price I paid for it, like 50 bucks, yeah, it's sad that it came broken, but I still can't complain that much. It's not like I paid $500 for it. Okay, let's be very careful because I noticed the crack at the bottom. Okay, now I said I wanted to get into the more natural stone pieces. So of course, I had to find different colors and different textures of stone pieces. One of the first things I found, which I find is so gorgeous and so weighty and heavy, was this beautiful onyx vase. I find the beige colors in here with a little bit of orange veins, so gorgeous. It's an older piece here. I think they told me it's from the 1920s, Art Deco. Paid a little bit for this, but not more than 50 bucks. So that's gorgeous, that's very weighty. And then something else I found that I want to put in my bathroom that I find so gorgeous because I love having little boxes that I can put my jewelry in, my rings in, my favorite lipsticks in there. I found this beautiful onyx. I mean, just look at all the detail on this. It's so gorgeous and it's so sleek. You open it up, this is so clean, pure onyx. So gorgeous. I paid like 12 bucks for it, guys. Seriously. Beautiful messing or brass hardware here. I mean, you even see there's a little bit of purple and pink in the sides. Like I said, I'll give you more close-up B-rolls, but when I found this, I was like, oh my God, this is so gorgeous. So got my glass and my crystal going on, got my wood going on. I got some ceramic pieces, got some beautiful large vessels. Continue with stone. I found this little catch-all, a raw piece of travertine. I am planning in my entryway. You guys are already seeing the video how I'm making over my entryway. But opposite from the red, like built-in, fake built-in cabinet that I built there, I want to put on the other side some nice wood piece. Because I do need something that when you come in the house, you throw your keys, you know, maybe your mail. And I just thought this was a perfect little piece, neutral piece to put on a cabinet there or a little console or a small sideboard. It's just a catch-all. Just throw my keys in there or anything I need. I just thought this was beautiful. I love the raw porousness of travertine. And so I was happy to find this piece. Okay, let's lift up the next piece. This is also very heavy. And unfortunately, it came also a little damaged, but we got it together. Oh, these things are heavy. This is a beautiful Greek piece I found. Of course, it's not like Greek back to ancient Greek times, but around the time when they were having the Greek revival, this is pure alabaster. This thing is so heavy, so beautiful. In this situation, the dealer did not pack it very well, and the two handles were broken here, but I went in there with the right kind of glue and adhesive for stone, glued it back together, and actually you can barely see the cracks, and it almost makes it look, again, like a piece really, truly from ancient Greek times or the Pompeii or something. How many times you've been in a museum and they have piece artifacts back together and you see them with the cracks and everything? But I find this piece so beautiful. I find that the pure alabaster and how they did this, that it's raw and the texture and the different design on it, but it's not too gaudy or the kitschish, and yeah, great piece. Very heavy. I'm planning to buy a decorative wood or marble pedestal to, you know, display this almost like in a museum. That's the look I want over in this dead corner over here. This, and I have another alabaster sculpture that's coming, and yeah. And then I think that's basically, so a couple of other things that I want to show you, pieces of furniture, and also a couple of pieces that are really too heavy for me to move. But before I go, I also found this beautiful copper piece that has enamel in it, a little bit of rose gold and accents. I'm probably going to either use this on the little, with the travertine in the front of my apartment as also an extra catch-all, or this will go into my bathroom because those are similar colors. And I'm looking for, you guys will see in the video later, we've had to start over and start over. I've been having problems with my decorating concept with my bath. I kind of overdid it, went a little bit too much in bright pinks, and I just love that this is a little bit more muted, and this is the direction I'm going more for my bathroom. Let's get to the other things. And you guys see, I've already started experimenting with some new dining room chairs. I ordered this one, and it's in a pair. I love my Casala chairs, but of course I only have 6 of them, and I think even if I found another 2, when you have such a large dining room table, all the same chairs, that for me is just too much. So I want to go a little bit eclectic. I want to have a comfortable backrest and armrest, because I feel like when you're sitting around a table drinking wine, eating, having conversation, you want to sit comfortably. So I want to keep around the same form, but I want to like test different mixtures of materials, maybe a couple of metal chairs, keep a few of my Casala, the plastic chairs, I don't know, they're not plastic, they're fiberglass, maybe have some totally upholstered chairs, and also mix in some wood chairs of different colors, maybe some darker wood, maybe some black wood, but I'm still experimenting. But these are, this and its partner are 2 chairs I also got in my haul. $100, I paid for the pair. They're very sturdy. Even though I don't like the orange, the upholstery is still good. I just need to recover them, and we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned. I have one more Decor vessel that I bought, but it's so heavy. I have to, okay, my dog Ellie is in here. So if you hear click, 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 those are her nails. You know, sit down, baby. I have to take you with me, so follow me through my apartment because it's very heavy and very large, and I can't just easily bring it in here. So come on, let's go. Okay, you guys, this beautiful, another brutalist piece, this large vessel, I was able to find. I love these beautiful knocker handle effects. It's solid, it's heavy as hell. And even though this is a brutalist abstract pattern, when I look at it, it almost looks like abstract flowers. And if you remember the flower handles I put here on the cabinet, is perfect here. I needed something to add to my entryway. I love this. You guys, $45 I paid for this. And this dealer knew how to pack things. I feel sorry for the guy that delivered it. He was carrying it over his shoulder, as heavy as hell. I set it here, and Sincere has not moved because I cannot move it. But is this not gorgeous? Another beautiful thrift find. Okay guys, now I've shown you a lot of the decor pieces I found for the dining room, the living room, one piece for my entryway, and a couple of things that are probably going to go into my bedroom. But I wanted to show you a couple of other pieces that I found for my kitchen. I only brought you one glass and the picture, but I will show you a B-roll of how beautifully that's sitting in my cabinets in my kitchen. I have mostly a very dark blue accent lacquer on my walls in my kitchen with white cabinetry, and I have a beautiful round tulpen, or what do you say? We say tulpen in German, almost like a tulip based table for my kitchen table, and I just wanted to bring, and it's gold. That table is gold, so I wanted to bring a couple of other gold accents. I found this beautiful picture set painted with 24 karat gold, the beautiful stripes in there. It has 6 matching glasses. Only pulled one out of the cabinet because I didn't want to bring them all down here. But I just imagine this, you know, brunch, breakfast filled with fresh pressed juice, or when my girlfriends come over, some homemade lemonade in the afternoon, or mint tea, or the mint juleps, and chilling, and setting my new table here. So it's a beautiful piece. And then I'm going to also show you a little bit of film of another piece I found, a beautiful glass and accent piece. It's more a appetizer platter, or a dish. And you see how it has those beautiful yellow colors in there. And I also have that sitting in the cabinet just to accent a little bit of my white and blue colors. And I also found this. I love this. This is a hammered piece of bronze, little pouring. picture. This will just be decoration, then sitting on the table or sitting on my kitchen counter, maybe with a beautiful piece of green plant coming out of it. But I just thought this was so cute for the 10 or 12 bucks I paid for it. So that was some of the pieces that I found to decorate my kitchen. Okay, now we're gonna get to some couple of other furniture pieces. So let's move again away from the table and let's go somewhere else in the apartment. Hi guys, welcome back. Now we're here to the best pieces that I found. I mean, come on, are they not gorgeous? Like I told you, I wanted to get more comfortable pieces that I can also maybe cover and bring in other textures. I found these beautiful club chairs. This one does not have armrests. This one does, but they fit perfectly together. They're so comfortable. And I know if you peek over or pop over to Olano's video, what I was telling you about earlier, he did say one of the trends that's coming is this granny millennial. Basically, you're taking, doing a modern look or a modern version of a lot of the old antique, very frilly pieces that maybe you would find in your grandmother's house. And I know my two chairs that were sitting here were perfect. They were round, they were comfortable, they were organic, they had the little fringes on it, they were from the 1930s, they would have fit. But those are the pieces that everybody's asking me, can I sit on them? Can I sit on them? They're like those typical pieces at your grandma's house that you as the kid were not allowed to sit on. Or either they were covered in plastic coverings the whole year until Thanksgiving or Christmas came and family was there. Even though I did mind people sitting on them, they weren't welcoming. I want pieces of furniture that nobody asked me, can I sit there? I want them to just plop down and be comfortable. And I just feel like this gave a little bit of that aesthetic. And this is a corner that I even never sat in a lot. I have a beautiful window here. I have the lamp here. Since I've had these pieces, almost every evening I'm sitting here flipping through a magazine, reading a book, playing Words with Friends on the phone with my husband while he's in the bedroom. I love this. And can you guys not imagine, I'm gonna show you the B-roll of all the furniture while I'm not sitting in it. There's also an ottoman that it came with. It's sitting on the other side of the living room area. Can you guys not imagine this in a very beautiful beige or the cream color, really thick, knobby boucle that's bringing me my extra texture. I'm getting away from too much of shiny, smooth surfaces. And I used to have white and cream colored furniture before. It was, all my couches had slip covers so that I could take them off and wash them. But they still got dirty. I remember one time my sister spilled some kind of strawberry soda, I think a strawberry Fanta. I didn't find it until 2 months later because she flipped the pillow over. She Phoebe'd me.
Do you know I couldn't sleep for like a month because I got like a dot of ink on one of the sofa cushions?
Well, you could have just turned the cushion over.
I would have, except I had a big spaghetti stain on the other side.
But I did like that I could take it off and wash it. And I'm gonna show you something, a secret with these. Every one of them is made with a zipper. Do you guys see that? The cushions have a zipper. So when I cover that, I can take it off. This also has a zipper. You see that? And even the base has a zipper on it. Look at that, it has a zipper. So when I get that remade, that can always be taken off and it can be cleaned. So I don't have to worry about my sister coming over and Phoebeing me again when she spills something red. I can take it off, clean it. So I am able to not be shy of beige and light colored furniture again. Actually, the original fabric that is in, I don't find it too bad. I think, the orange color is not my thing, but the texture of the fabric I don't find bad. But I'm really gonna get some thick wool, boucle, put some very textured pillows on here. Boom. Relaxation, comfort, organic style. Paid $200 for the set. All 3 pieces, delivered it to my door. What a great thrift store find. Okay, we have to go to another piece of furniture. Come with me. You guys, Another beautiful thrift find. You guys know I love acrylic and plexiglass furniture. And for a while, I've been wanting a type of thinner waterfall table here. They're really hard to find. I actually found a company that could make me one specifically to the size that I want, but that cost a pretty penny. Ended up finding this for less than 200 bucks. Now, Ellie, you want to come in the picture? And I find it so gorgeous how it's built, and it's a little bit different. It has more structure and these really thick, like, set panels that it's made of with the acrylic top here. It fits in here perfect. Believe me, you guys, make sure you follow Dare to Decorate, because I'm going to be styling this, showing different vignettes, styling different consoles, because I have this. And like I said, I've really been lucky. I have been looking for acrylic or plexiglass or lucite, this is also called furniture, for a while. And I really got lucky in a couple of days. I have told you guys before, I think it was in my living room tour video, you really have to be consistent. You have to invest the hour, 2 hours every day, every week, to follow, to constantly look if anything has been newly posted by eBay, First Dibs, Cherish, Etsy, whatever your favorite website of choice is where you like to find vintage and used furniture. I don't want to show you the room yet, because that's another video coming of us redoing my dressing room that has now become not only my dressing room but my studio. I found a beautiful larger piece of acrylic furniture or acrylic table that I'm now using as my vanity and as my desk in my studio. And you probably don't see it a lot, but when I'm sitting there doing my makeup, that's what all my makeup is resting on. It looks perfect with my Z chair that I only have one of because my husband broke the second one, but it doesn't matter. One is all I needed. That is now my desk chair and my new desk. Okay, you guys, I think that's it. I think I've showed you everything from my haul. I seriously went a little crazy, but I love everything I found. It is in the direction of some changes I want to make for decorating. And please subscribe, like, and please turn on your notification bells, because you guys want to see how I decorate and how I use all these pieces I found. So thanks for stopping by. Love you, heart making, and see you soon. Bye.